There we go. There we go. Wow, that was interesting. I think we are live. That was that was quite interesting on that one. Was not expecting the settings to get changed. Are we good now? I can somewhat see. And wait a second. Now hold on. I was going to bring this up. Thank you everybody for the 5x5. But Miss Marissa, what are you doing? I got word that your water broke, young lady. Uh, so hopefully everything is good with you. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, right there. Yeah. What is the latest scoop? We would all like to know. We would definitely all like to know. Let's see. Okay, let's jump up here in the chat and let's get our hellos. So we got STP first. I had a great time over on Hudson Valley on their live stream, so it's great to see you. Texas is second. Great to see you, buddy. Always good. Susan, I've been seeing you around on a bunch of live streams, so it's great to see you here. Thank you for stopping on in. We have the living legend himself, the Orlando Prepper. And I saw your channel rounds, buddy. That is a sharp looking coin. So thank you for stopping on in. Let's see who else do we have here. And of course, Shalom JS Genesis Designs. Always wonderful to have you here. And let's see. Yeah, yeah, that was great to see Livingston Man singing. So very good, and I agree. Yes, it was hilarious. But they were doing a contest. If you guys do not know, they're doing a wonderful giveaway. I believe it's $20 to enter. I'm actually working with Hudson Valley to bring them on to have them talk about their contest that they have going on. They're raising money for a really good cause. I think it's $20 to get in, and the winner will get, I believe, a bug out bag worth $1,500. So that's an amazing prize. Make sure you go over there. Again, everybody with a blue wrench, if you have a channel, please drop your channel anytime that you can throughout. We are all about networking and getting everything together so that way we can make friendship and fellowship and do all the things. And yeah, so we're going to talk also about STP and your update. I see you've been updating everybody in the chat. So it is great to see that things are coming together for you. We do have, let me put this here. We do have, if you guys have not seen it, the gift cards that we are trying to do for STP and her event. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go subscribe to her channel. She's got a video out explaining everything. And let me see if I can put that. There we go. So if anybody would like to help STP, she would like to do the e-gift cards. So when you go to do an e-gift card, it'll do it to an email. Use that email there. I will leave that up for a little bit. And of course, the 308 by 308. It is never a show until I get the 308 by 308. So, who else we got? We got Heaven's Fire. Great to see you. Thank you for stopping on in. And of course, Amy. Really great to see you. Always a pleasure to have Amy and everybody over at Leonard Mountain Homestead. And yes, I'm very bad about that. So please take STP's advice. Hit the like button. All right, let's see. Who else do we got? And we got some fun people here, making sure that I got everything. So we got a bunch of the 5x5s all coming in, making sure. Oh, and we got the original moderator, Off Grid Master. Thank you for joining us tonight. And let's see. No, I'm not giving away any silver. So, oh, and there's Mrs. Rural herself cooking for fun, which is right behind me. So, oh, so we're going to be giving them away on the live streams. If you guys would like to see what that is, make sure you are subscribed to the Orlando Prepper. You can see pictures he did post over on YouTube, and you can see pictures of the channel rounds that he just, I think, just got done. And we'll be giving them away. So if you'd like a chance at a really beautiful coin, check out his live streams. Let's see. Let's see. Who else do we have? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we're going to get a new little Leonard running around. So wouldn't that be a fun thing that we can make the announcement here? Let's root for it. Let's root. Let's everybody make sure you keep Marissa and the family in prayers. Make sure everything goes well, so that way it's a happy celebratory time. We want to see everybody happy and healthy. So prayers that everything is good and everything goes right, and we get to celebrate. So who do we got going on? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, there is some major swag in that bag that they're giving away. And oh, look at that. Heavens fire. You bless you so much. Thank you so much. That is amazing. You know, I'm gonna leave that up there for a little bit. Oh, who else do we got? Man, look at everybody. You guys are awesome. Yep, right there. So if you guys are not, please go over there to the Orlando Prepper. Buddy, we're gonna have to hook up again. I had so much fun with you. We're gonna have to hook up and do another show together. And who else? I don't miss. Yeah. Emo says to breathe, Miss Marissa. That's right. That's right. I think I got everybody. All right. Most of you are, old timers, not to be confused with me calling you old, but you've just been here before. And so if you are part of the replay crew, please in the chat drop hashtag replay crew or something along those lines. So that way I can see that people watch this after the fact. I know that sometimes it's a little late and it's a little awkward right in the middle of the week, but we have fun anyway. Wednesday seems like the perfect day for us to get together. And so, for anybody that is new, this is a 1 hour live Q&A where pretty much anything goes as long as I'm going to not get kicked off the YouTube channels. Uh, this is all about you guys, so please, whatever you want to talk about, you have a question for me, a generalized question, a topic, something you want to discuss, anything along the lines, have at it, go through in the chat. I encourage you guys talks amongst yourselves. If you have a blue wrench, please drop your channel. If you want the blue wrench and you don't have one, ask me. Most of the time I will willingly give those away, as long as I have seen you in here a couple of times before and you are being a productive member of the chat. So let's see. How do you breathe? Uh-oh. Hashtag going to bed soon. Yeah, I know. It's getting up early. Yes. Oh, breathe underwater, scuba diver. There you go. See, he can help. He can help. There's a great one. We'll talk about that. That is on my list of one of the things that I did want to discuss. So what do you guys think about all of the protesting going on around the colleges? Um, Now, Forward Observer, Mike Shelby, did a really good video on this, and he really breaks it down kind of in a military intel point of view. And I will start this off as you guys chat and fill in what you think's going on. But I tend to agree with him to a certain extent. This does not feel 100% like it did 4 years ago. It feels there's some similarities. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that this is going to be long lived. I don't think that there's enough people that that's passionate about this. Yes, you can pay people money. Money is a very powerful motivator, but I don't see it. I don't see that this is going to be that long standing thing that's going to do what I think a lot of people think this is going to do. Now, I can be wrong, but just in my opinion, um, the thing that I see personally that's different, most of these places, they're shutting us down immediately. They're not letting them go more than a couple hours or even a day, and then they're going in and clearing it out. They're throwing the tents, they're arresting people, they're getting them out of there. So we'll see. Now, this is subject to change. This is all fluid. You know, this kind of things are happening now. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how things go. This also gives a time for you guys to use this in preparations. So I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. You want me to demonstrate? Um, Jeff is probably not the best to demonstrate. Now, I have been to quite a few bursts and witnessed and have participated in Le Mans class, or is that what it is? I'm. You guys are going to laugh at me. The breathing thing. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll just there we go. Yep, they will dispense once school is out. I agree. And you see a bunch of the different taglines and things like that throughout social media. It's kind of like the politicians that vote for a war should be on the front lines themselves. You know, you don't get to say, let's go to war and then stay home and luxury. It's kind of the same thing here. If you're a student and you want to protest, you have an amendment right. You can protest. When you start being destructive and doing all that sort of stuff, you should lose funding. You should be completely kicked out of school and things like that. Now, that's just my opinion. You can be completely indifferent to it or disagree. That's completely fine. But no, I mean it's like everybody else. If I want to picket at work or wherever, and I go do something that's against policy, like being destructive at work, chances are I wouldn't have a job no more. So it should be probably the same way, with this. You pay a lot of money to go and get educated, and trashing your school is probably not the best for your education. No, maybe some of these schools out here, well, most of those colleges are probably brainwashing stuff anyway. But hey, there we go. Magic Prepper video shed some light. Yes, yes, and then we did that video. I think I put that out Monday, I think, where I shared a link to his, and then we discussed it. Magic Prepper did a amazing video. If you have not seen that, I would encourage you, if you have time, to go check that out. It's a little bit longer. I want to say it's like 25 minutes or so that he does, or maybe 20 minutes, and it is excellent. It is fast paced. He does a really good job laying it out, graphics, everything, takes you through it, walks you through everything. Really, really great information that he put out. Yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. What we got here, my friend's daughter goes to Cornell, asked her mom if she would bail her out if she gets arrested. Said it depends on which side you're on. Yep. I had the upbringing that you will not get bailed out, and so your decision, the way that you make your decision is when you have nobody to call to bail you out. Suddenly, you really weigh the risk factor out. So uh, it kept me out. I have never ever been to jail, so I will contribute that as a factor. I like the way that Governor DeSantis is handling the protests. Do it and you're out. I like it. Yeah. I do not like here in the great state of Ohio. I do not like our governor at all. Uh, I have choice words to say that I do not want to get kicked off for, but I am giving them somewhat of a credit that the protests that they had at Ohio State University, they shut that down real quick. They came out full force, shut it down, and as far as I know, there hasn't been another one. So hopefully, this is kind of that whole thing. It got started early. If you can shut it out, maybe that sets the precedent to where other people might not. The big thing of this that I want to do a takeaway is, if you look at most states, and really we'll take Ohio. Ohio, for the most part, is a red state. But if you take and you look, the three biggest cities in Ohio is Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Columbus, and all those are very dark blue. And so that's where you get a lot of this is all these protests and things like that. It's in the big cities. And where are these major universities happening? They're in big cities. So if you can, try and stay out of big cities, but it's no coincidence that this stuff starts in these big cities. Just make sure that you're on a mindset that it doesn't matter, how far you're never out of danger. The farther away you are, the better off you are. It's if you're in downtown LA versus 50 miles outside of Knoxville. Okay, I get it, but You're never at zero. So I watched on the nightly news on a protester throw a traffic cone at a crowd of people, and then they threw fireworks into the crowd. Ouch. Yeah. And keep that in mind. When I did mine, where I told, I thought I even had some of, oh, I do. Oh, there it is. So I did the overlook things. So this is a little thing of firecrackers. I had somebody that kind of came into the comment section and really, really, absolutely hated with a passion that I said that fireworks might be a good idea of an overlooked item. And this right here, these fireworks are used for multiple different things. They are taking everyday objects and they're weaponizing them. They're using them to an advantage. What does a pack of these things cost? They're nothing. Most people, this isn't even something that is out of the norm. Younger people have fireworks. It just is what it is. And with these being so cheap and they're not really that impressive, there's a good chance that a ton of people have them. So, it goes into that you got to just watch what people have and notice what it is. And you have to be able to, as much as you have the ability to look at an object and look at it in a survival way, doesn't mean that somebody else is not looking at that item, that same exact item, and looking, what can I do in a nefarious way with this? So, you kind of have to look and wear multiple hats and see how everybody's viewing different objects because again, like how I was trained when I went through different security and tactical trainings and things, whatever you have can at some point in time be used against you. And so it's that whole thing like if I'm going to take fireworks and I'm going to use it as a distraction or a smoke thing so I can get away, some concealment or something like that, doesn't mean that at some point in time there's an altercation and then now, whoever I am battling against takes that and now, what do I do if they're going to use that against me? Now they have concealment. Now they have the element of surprise. Now they have whatever. So keep that in mind as well. Well, we got the main reason universities are shutting down is because many of their administrator, faculty, and donors. Yeah. Yeah. That's a very good point. Very good point. The protest thing will last about another week. What do you think the next distraction will be? That's a very good question. Okay, let's see. Let me think about that for a second. Let me see what you guys have to say. Um, there's a lot. If I had to guess, it seems like they're turning things up overseas and they're turning things uh inside the United States. They're trying to do like a multiple tier thing. So if one doesn't take off, they can kind of pivot over to the other one. So there's the semi rumor, not really rumor, that the ICC, the International Criminal Court, may be issuing a arrest warrant for Netanyahu, for old Benny. So apparently, if everything shakes free from what I've been gathering, he's quite worried about that. The United States has been putting a bunch of pressure, even saying that if they do that, that the United States will sanction the people on the court. So that's an interesting point of view. Um, I'm not quite sure that if you don't believe that there's corruption, there it is. Our governor was supporting the riots, almost instigated them in Minneapolis. Ouch. Well, that's not okay. Yeah, here we go. Zombie attack. That would actually be a fun one. Uh, let's see. Oh, here we go. My bingo card is yep. Um, Speaking of which, did you guys see? And this didn't hit a bunch of the news, so I'm curious to see if anybody even heard about this. Let me know in the chat. Did you see out there in California while they were doing a protest that somebody released a book bag full of mice that had a marking on their back? Did anybody see that? Because that, strangely enough, is the exact same area that there was a Chinese illegal bio laboratory. Can I say that? Hopefully I don't get shut down for that one. But um, that's interesting. And it's one of them ones too. You almost have to prepare for the absolute worst and hope that it's nothing, hoping that's just somebody doing a prank. Uh, but that could be really, really bad. We'll see if anybody else has heard that story. Glad I'm up north. Stay away from Minneapolis. Uh-oh. Prophetic. Let's see. That'll be pushed hard closer to the election. Okay, yeah, I can see that too. Keeping in mind though that 19, the Charlie Victor one niner, technically started in December, so it had almost a full year to really take hold. It might be about that time. It very well might. Now, here's the thing with the mice. When you do something, so say you wanted to take mice, put something into it that's contagious, the best thing to do, thinking from a bad guy's mindset, would be to go to an area where there's a bunch of protesters. Because what do we learn about protesting is most of the people that are arrested or taken into custody, because what I'm reading, they're dropping all the charges, they don't even go to school there or even live in the state a lot of the time. So you release something like that, they get infected. The next thing you know, they travel back to wherever they from. They interact with a bunch of people because most of them are younger, have a bunch of friends who then take it to their schools and work and everywhere else. Next thing you know, you have a lot of people infected. So I'm watching that one very, very closely. So we will see. Let's see, who else do we got? Dun, dun, dun. Man, you guys are. I almost feel like one of those really big channels. I have to scroll through the chat. Oh, you guys are fun. Oh, somebody's got getting more apple juice. uh, Tonight's apple juice is water. So, which reminds me, I broke out the old school T-shirt, and I do have to thank the Orlando Prepper for letting me know that for at least the last couple of videos, my merchandise link somehow a letter got changed or something, and it wasn't letting people in. I believe that's all fixed now. So let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Man, look at everybody. Everybody's going. I have raccoons rioting outside with opossums. I think it's a turf thing. I tell you what, um, I have been trying to get some of my garden going. A little bit of a garden, I won't say hack, but a garden tip. Um, I hear this a lot from people. Most of you probably know this, or you don't have this problem, but I hear this a lot from people that don't garden. And I stage things. So if I'm going to grow a bunch of tomatoes, I will put out 5 or 6 tomato plants, and I will wait 2 or 3 weeks, and then I will put out a few more, and then I will wait another week or so and put out a few more. So that way I don't have a yield all at one time. Those first couple of plants will grow, mature, and produce while the other ones are still growing. So I can pick from those and I can go on like that. So I've been trying to get some of my garden, and something has been eating my melons. And then I've just figured out today that I have a family of bunny rabbits around here somewhere because I saw one scampering around. So there might be rabbit stew in my future. So we we will see. Oh, just got a news alert that protesters are setting up camp at Birmingham University. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Make you jealous. I've already picked a gallon of blackberries. Oh, man, I am always jealous of Miss Susan. Every single time. Let's see. I did have a few notes that I wanted to go down through. Where was the one? So, oh, I had it pulled up. Oh, there we go. So, one of the ones was all the G7 countries have gone through and have signed an agreement that they are going to shut down every single coal-fired power plant in all their countries and all the G7s. So that's Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, United Kingdom, and United States by 2035. We're talking, it's 2024 now. We're talking potentially a little over 10 years. No more coal power. That's probably not a good thing. And I saw a bunch of those. Now, the next one, did you guys see today the Japanese yen just tanked out of nowhere? It was quite interesting. It probably will not show because of the glare on everything. Let's see if I can. No, it's not going to show. Anyway, yeah, the Japanese yen just was going like this, and then something today, and it went boom straight down. So that's going to be an interesting one to see how that all goes. There you go. Anybody in and around, there you go. More coming in, have to pick every day so the birds and squirrels don't get them. I'm okay. I'm going to Susan's house here pretty soon. Every single time you have the great weather, now you have a bunch of blackberries. Which little tip, nobody asked me, but I'm going to say it anyway. Blackberries are probably one of my favorite things. I could probably go down there and set up camp, and you don't have a problem. I will shoo your birds away and eat your squirrels. So yeah, just let me come down for a week, and it'll be all great. Yeah, whatever happened to the semi load of monkeys? Yeah, that's another one. That is another one. Uh-oh. Somebody's getting some kittens. Everybody likes kittens. Let's see, what else do we got? Okay, there was the one in North Carolina where they do have a confirmed U.S. Marshal dead and numerous other police officers that were shot. This was, I believe, in Charlotte. Um, I think they had to activate the SWAT team and different things like that. So we'll see how that goes. There seems to be a lot more of these knifings and different things. Won't be jealous during hurricane. The way that the tornadoes have been. So I know I didn't touch on this too much, but prayers for all those. That was what Texas, Missouri, Oklahoma. I think all the way up into Illinois. They had what 183 or something like that, 88 tornadoes confirmed in a couple of days time span. And I saw STP, I saw your post, and I hearted it. I fully agree with that. Oh, so here's one. Let's see if anybody heard this. If you heard this, let me know in the chat. So today there was an announcement that Walmart is closing all of its healthcare clinics inside the US retail, so just in the US, and they're going to be ending all their virtual care services. Did anybody hear that at all? Did anybody ever see that in the news? That seems to be one that just kind of slipped on by. That seems to be a pretty big thing, but for whatever reason, just doesn't seem to hit the mainstream. Like, who uses Walmart's healthcare clinics anyway, right? So let's see. Don't have hurricanes, earthquakes, or that many tornadoes here. We're close to the divide, so they break up before they get. That's very strategic. Very strategic. Yep. Yep. That they do. Very good point. Very good point. And let's see, what was the other one? We'll skip on those. So there was another one of, let me see if I can find the story so that way I can keep my stuff straight. Watch, I probably didn't save it. That'd be the one time that I didn't save something that I wanted to bring up. Autocorrect gets all of us, so that's completely fine. So, did anybody see that the anti-Semitism bill passed? If you haven't seen that, I would encourage you to maybe check that bill out. I'm going to try and do a video here in the next couple of days on it because there is some very interesting things inside of that bill that was not talked about beforehand. Nobody really talked about it, that it was even coming up. They passed it in kind of the late evening, and in my opinion, there goes more First Amendment rights. So I look for a lot more of these things to come out here in the near future. Never let a crisis go to waste. It's just going to be one of them things. So, did you really just say that mosquitoes carry off turkeys? Oh, yeah. Fed didn't lower the interest rate. Yep. I love where the air hurts my face 3 quarters of the year and the tractors are, are aggressive. Okay. I will give you that. I mean, I literally am surrounded by cornfields, you know, and 3 sides of me, and I do not have aggressive tractors where I am at. So, oh wow, that's interesting. Mosquitoes are insane. I have a feeling the ticks are yes, yes. We just had one of the neighbors had a their grandkids over, and they found a tick maybe a week or so ago, and I was surprised at how early the ticks are out this year. So it's another one of those things. If you have small children or animals or whatnot, we are getting into those warmer, depending on where you live, times that if you are in an area that has ticks, make sure you are mindful. Check. Don't jinx yourself. I hope not. I hope that was a freak accident and things like that. Take mosquitoes over hurricanes. Yeah, and I will agree. Yep, I will. Absolutely, I will. All right. So again, all for you guys. What do we got? We got about half hour left, 27 minutes ish. So you guys ask whatever you want to talk about. You can ask me anything prepping related, personal. We already answered what my favorite dinosaur is. And keep in mind too, as we grow, because it seems like Sunday YouTube let me go, and between Sunday and now, I think I picked up 40 subscribers, 50 subscribers, something like that. We are 3 away from hitting 2,000. So we'll see how that goes, though. Probably over the weekend they'll clamp down, and I'll lose half that. But uh, for the new people that do come in, if people start asking similar questions that I've already answered, just bear with it. They are new. Let's see. We can see the hurricanes coming and leaving. Oh, Humana owns. Walmart may acquire Humana. Interesting. I was with you the first time. So that's interesting. Interesting, interesting. Made me wonder about all the self-driving compounds in the Midwest. Ooh, that is a good point. Yeah, I actually know one of the farmers, not like real close to me, that showed me firsthand the GPS self-driving combines and things. It's it's wild to kind of just sit in there and watch the thing do its job, but yeah, that is interesting. There's a lot of things that can be hackable, and for whatever reason, that never crossed my mind. Yeah, right there. AI should not be driving. Period. Yeah. We've learned that through what was the Will Smith movie, the uh, whatever robot AI thing. You should always drive yourself. Yeah, right there. Yeah, never thought about that. There's a lot. We always look around at all the different things. Your telephone or your computer can be hacked. Different accounts and things are electronic. Those all, but things like farm equipment, airplanes, things like that. Anything that basically has that sort of a thing, because think about drones or any of that other stuff. That's a scary thought for somebody to hack into that, and think about how much damage that can cause. So that is interesting. I know I talked about, oh, look at that. Well, thank you, Amy. You're the greatest. I would do the little heart thing, but I don't subscribe to the Apple stuff. So you get the heart anyway. So Much appreciated. And you're another one. We have to set a date so we can get you on, so that way you can come on and talk to everybody. So we're going to have to schedule that. Although I know that you're probably going to have your hands full, but we'll make some time. We will make some time. That's a very good point, unknown. Hurricanes are survivable. Two words: location and concrete. I believe that is probably for a lot of things, including nuclear. If you are in a good location and have enough concrete, it's probably survivable. So, but very, very good to point out. Absolutely. Yes, thank you, iRobot. Thank you. I knew. See, you guys are smart. That's why I come here and do the chat, because you guys, you're the other half of my brain that forgets everything. So yes, 30 years later, and that movie still gives me nightmares. Semis driving themselves. Yeah, and think about it right now. We have self-driving semis out west, or at least out west to me. I keep forgetting, but yeah. Oh, and we have the bearded brother himself, Mister Chris of Leonard Mountain Homestead. Saw the video of the mini excavator powered by an AI built a wall. Yes. Um, I have firsthand seen the not the AI, but I have seen the all electric mini excavator, and it is not impressive by any means whatsoever. But I mean, it's coming. It's leaps and bounds. You know, you think about when, a lot of you are about my age. You think about when we were kids. Uh, to look at yourself as a kid and go, hey, uh, your Tonka truck, or that thing that you're watching your dad, drive by, is going to be powered by itself. It's going to drive itself. You'd be like, no, this isn't the Jetsons, or any one of the sci-fi movies or anything like that. That's just insane. But I'm come to that realization. I will be talking on the phone, regularly talking, telephone call, and little Earl will want to talk, and he'll say, look at this. And I have to get across to him. It's not a video call. For him, that's what life is. It's video. What do you mean you can't see me? So it's a changing world. It's a changing world. You guys keep that, or this is a family show. Nothing runs like a deer. Yes, it was a John Deere. Man, look at everybody. Depending, they might be in the hospital room. So yep, don't be in the storm surge, don't build. Yeah, yeah, we learned that from the Three Little Pigs. A good foundation and good building material, but that also goes into a lot of the, if you're bugging out and you don't have a backpack or something like that, depending on what you choose as building materials and your location. I plan on, as things get warmer, to do a video on things like bugging out. You're nomading. You have, say, a 200-mile trek or something that you're going to try and crest or walk on foot. Where's good places? Where's bad places? Where do you not want to set up camp? Where would be a good setup camp? And there's a lot of people that think that you go, a little bit lower, but is that flooding area? Do you look up? Is there a widowmaker, a dead tree or a limb or something that's going to come down the middle of the night and unalive you? Is there all sorts of different things to take into consideration that a lot of people don't? And so hopefully we'll be able to make that video kind of soonish. We'll see. Yep, run from water, hide from the wind. Very, very good. I love that, Susan. That might be a T-shirt. If I put down a T-shirt, I might just send you that one for free, because that's a very good saying. Cordless tools used to be super weak, and now they are not. Yeah, I can tell you that firsthand. Yeah, they are coming again, leaps and bounds. Uh, and again, when I was a lot younger, there was no such thing. It was all corded. It was actually a big deal when you could get a cordless phone for your house. So interesting. Yeah, the 3D concrete house printing. I have seen that. I just maybe an hour ago, I was texting with Scorpion. So I'm sure he's a pretty busy man, but I'm sure he'll pop in probably here in a little bit. If not, he's usually part of the replay crew. But yeah, I seen that. If you guys have not seen that, that's a wild thing to watch. We've seen AI running this and that in fiction fantasy for a century. Due to this, we have a multi generational urge and some to make it a reality. Thank you. Very good. Man, that is a really, really good one. And it goes into a lot of that. That's a very good one to build off of. We always are doing the thing to where you're trying to leave the next generation something better. You came from a little bit, now you have kids, you want to give them something better, and then they want to do the same thing and all that. But the only thing is though is we're not giving them something better, we're giving them easy. We're not doing anything that is hard work. um, our friends over SOE Tactical has a very, very cool shirt that is hopefully I'm going to be purchasing. I keep forgetting to do it. Uh, on the front, it says, "We call it prepping," and on the back, it says, "Grandma called it Tuesday." So, we're not learning the hard work. We're not learning the rudimentary fundamentals anymore. We just get learned, here's a smartphone, there you go. We don't have an education system. We're not learning actual survival skills, how to change a tire, how to check your oil, uh, how to interact face to face with people. It is insane on all of this. You make long distance friends that you'll never meet. And, if something goes, you just talk into the little thing of death here, and it does it for you. You don't have to do math. You don't have to do any of that stuff. So it's a sadness. It is definitely sadness. Yeah. Yeah. And that's another one there. And that's one that we talked about. SHDF does not care who you are, what your skin color is, what your age, if you're having a good day, bad day, anything. You can be in your area for a week or 10 years. If it's coming, it's coming. And it doesn't matter if it's global or if it's personal. So never, ever get complacent. Complacency gets really bad things, whether it's accidental, whether it's intentional, whatever it is. That's why I try and push situational awareness. Check your car when you go somewhere, walk around it, make sure your tires are good, make sure nobody's messed with it, things like that. When you go into a store, where's your exits? All that. Do not get complacent. That's a very, very bad thing. It'll lead to really, really bad things. You inspired me with your blade reviews. Well, thank you. I'm going to make a video showing the edge tools that I carry in my bug out bag. Interesting. If you go and you read the comments now, I've got 50-50. I have people that absolutely loved it. And I think that one's closing in at 2,000 views. And I have people that went in there. I even got called narrow-minded. So I think they missed the point. In that video, I tried to stress I'm not showing off certain blades because I don't want a logo. I'm not trying to push a certain brand and go, you have to buy this or you won't survive. I wanted to show a style of a blade and why you might want to consider it. So, and I love doing those videos. So I'm looking forward to seeing yours, and I will share it out because I love blades. I love the Second Amendment, all that. That's why I have do pew pew reviews and do all those things. I think a lot of it goes with balance. You should have multiple of a ton of different things, but we'll skip on that one. Get a fan that takes your cordless tools. Ooh, very good. Very good. That is a good one. I need to build a moat. Well, you can get the little mini AI excavator and have it do it for you. So yes, yep, the little mini cordless fans. Um, I don't know if I have a cordless one. I have one that runs off batteries, but not the those types of ones. Oh, and I see my neighbors here. Hello, neighbor. Very nice to see you. And you're welcome, by the way. It's always fun to come home and turn the corner, and your neighbor is having not car issues per se, but she needed a little bit of help, and we helped her. So glad to be able to help. Get some K rails. There you go. Yes. Yes. It's on that farmer to put up barriers and a buffer zone. Isn't that sad? Let's see. Trying to teach the kids the difference between cover and concealment. That is very good. Maybe we'll have to do a video on that. There's definitely a video on cover and concealment. Um, oh, what was it? S2 Underground did an amazing video on cover concealment and the way that you can strategically do things for your house. If really bad, and he's doing worst case scenario, where to plant bushes in the peacetime, where to park a car in a bad time, and things like that. A very amazing video. It's been a while. It's probably came out last year, but very, very good. I always have that one saved. So let's see, who do we got? Do you think there will be another summer of mostly peaceful protests? I think that they are trying to do it. I don't think that this right here, I don't think the Israeli, Palestine, Gaza, whatever you want to call it, I don't think there's enough people to rally behind it. Now, I'm not saying that that can't be a cause for it, because you can get that to take place and some other event can take place during that protest that will kick everything off. So, yeah, I don't think if it stays the way it is, they're shutting them down way too quickly, and I don't think you have the same type of support. So, we'll see. It's definitely possible. There's a ton of things. Yeah, they're called by a ton of different names. I think it might be regional depending on where you're from. Um, I think mostly up where I am, they call them like Jersey barriers. So let's see, who else do we got? Yep, there's probably the best one to do it. Um, who do we got? So maybe able to buy the bin blocks and the Jersey barriers. Okay, thank you. See, somebody else knew the Jersey barrier thing. Or you can probably build your own. Yeah, yeah. Maybe a repeat of the 68 D and C. Now that could be. And keep in mind too, there's a lot of bigger things with technology. If you think about it, think about the very first cell phone and how huge and bulky and everything that was. And think about the smallest cell phone back when you had them little flip phones and things like that, how they went from huge to small in relatively small times. Think about all the nefarious things now. When you're having certain things, go back to maybe like the Boston Marathon. They had this big thing concealed in a backpack, and that was a while ago. Think about technology and everything that's changed now. You can put something in a small purse or, a fanny pack or anything along those lines. As technology goes and things like that, things get scarier. You can pack a pretty big punch in a very small item that on the surface, it just looks like a kid's toy or something along those lines. You don't even take a second glance at it. But make sure, again, you don't get complacent. Do not take things for granted. If something looks out of place, trust your gut. Oh, my mom had a bag phone for years. Yeah, I remember the good old bag phone. And isn't that sad? If you guys remember, I mean, we can go all the way back to party lines if you want to go back that far. But do you remember when the phone would ring before the invention of the caller ID and everybody in the house would take off running? It was just a joy. You had no idea who was calling. And then the caller ID came and then there was a little less of the running to the phone because you can look at it and go, "Ooh, I don't want to talk to that person." And then all of a sudden it just kind of goes to where it is now where most people don't call anybody anymore. So it's such an odd cycle, uh, the way that everything goes. And I kind of have a personal belief that the world goes in cycles. There's a dynasty falls all the time. You have rise and falls of nations, and all those people that says that the U.S. is too big and too powerful to fail. Go back and look at the Roman Empire. Go back and look at just any dynasty you want. China had its dynasty. Europe had its dynasty. Everybody thought at some point in time they were too big to fail. We're the dominant power of the world. Uh, everything's got a time limit, and we'll see. It may be soon, it may be quite a while, but America's never going to be on top forever. So someone knows us. Yes, yes. All right, where are we at? Okay, so we got 8 more minutes, and I will do the thing of, oh yeah, humanity is definitely cynical, and I preach that too. When humanity dies, there's probably no point to survival. When it comes to that whole thing, to where, and it's getting that way. We've talked about this too. Everybody seems to be out for themselves. If there's no personal gain in it for me, and I have to do something, then that's your job. I'm not going to bend over and pick up that piece of trash. I'm not going to step in when it looks like somebody needs help. Think about it too. When we were growing up and you saw somebody on the side of the road, you stopped. Are you okay? Do you need help? Nowadays, even law enforcement tells you do not stop. I forget what it was. I think it was what, back in the mid 90s, late 90s, where they would put empty car seats on the side of the road, so that way when people would stop, it would get you to stop, and then they would take your car or jump you or whatever. And it's really super bad that people have to go through really horrible motives like that to get to somebody. That's just a heinous crime that even somebody can come up with that. And I've even talked about this not too long ago. For anybody that's watched the Saw movies, as kind of elaborate and Hollywood that is, most of that is not out of the realm of possibility. That's not superhero where somebody's levitating or shooting laser beams out of their eyes. That's man-made inventions, and yeah, they're a little elaborate, but they're totally plausible. And it's scary that there's so many Saw movies, and that it actually hasn't given anybody ideas. Think about all the different copycats and things that are out there. So yeah, or pull a flag out of a trash can. Thank you. Yes, and actually, I have that flag in the trunk of my car. So that one, I meant to go take that down to like the VFW, so that way they can do the flag ceremony on Flag Day. But I may actually hold on to that, because there's a story behind that flag, and it holds a little bit to me. So I may hold on to that one for a while. So yeah. We got a few more. So, any last minute questions? Anybody have anything? The 20-foot extension cord. Yeah, I remember that. Or remember when AOL came on, that, get off the phone, I want to use the computer, or you're on the computer and somebody picks up the phone and kicks you off. Yeah. We had hard lives, didn't we? Yes, sentimental value. Yeah. It does. Is it's that whole thing. And I saw one of the protests. I forget which one it was, but there was actually a men's sorority that surrounded the flagpole. That because they were trying to take down the American flag, and they surrounded it and made sure that the flag did not get touch the ground or get disrespected. So I wish I would remember who that was, because I'd like to give them a little bit of credit for that. And I've had this conversation with so many different people. I love to banter. I love to go through and debate and look at different things from different points of view. And I get that the American flag is literally just pieces of colored material sewn together, but the symbology, behind it, symbols mean things. And when things start losing their meaning, it's kind of, in my personal opinion, when you can disrespect the flag, that that symbol no longer means anything to you, then it's the same thing as a promise. Promise is just a word. So if the flag means nothing, then a promise means nothing. You can't give me your word. Trust is gone. You're just going down the bad road at that point in time. Yep. Never get rid of my flag. Yep. Yep. I always take mine down because I love to watch the flag ceremonies. I always do that. I think I trade mine out every year. Just wanted to thank everybody. Yes. So again, while we have a few more minutes, if you want to help out STP, scrolling right there on the bottom, is the email. I have sent a gift card from the channel. That's not just from me, that is from all of you. So we as a channel helped out STP. We sent a little bit of something, not nearly enough what I would love to be able to send her, but the channel's still growing. That came out of my own pocket, so we're trying. Yeah, I agree. But what it stands for, absolutely. All right, all right. Good to see you. And looks like we're going to be ending here in a few minutes. And Miss Marissa did not pop out the little one, so we we will continue to say prayers and things like that. I will share out Amy's stuff on everything that I can because we are rooting for the little one and for Marissa. So we will be praying for you guys, hoping that everything goes good. Yes, see right there. Yes, and hearts all around. So we've got a couple minutes. So again, if you guys want, go ahead and start dropping channel links. I don't think anybody dropped any channel links. I didn't see any. If you have a channel, you want to drop a channel link, please jump in there and drop your link so that way others can go and see you. And did you really just share a Chuck Norris joke? We're not doing Chuck Norris jokes. And I have just noticed that Mr. Leonard Mountain does not have a wrench. And we are definitely going to have to fix that because uh, Mr. Leonard should definitely have a wrench. So let me see if I can fix that before I get off the air because I don't want to forget it, and I will forget it because you know how all that goes. So let me go into Mr. Leonard Mountain, moderator, standard, and there you go. Mr. Chris, you are now a blue wrench, my friend. So there you go. And that is always right there. Yeah. Anybody has anything right there? Prayers out to all of you guys. You guys are amazing. The prepping community is just amazing. The way that we always rally together and come together. I enjoy these right here. We're not the biggest channel, but we have the greatest members. Everybody's just warm and welcoming to everybody that comes in. We're growing and we're going to continue to grow. So that way, as we grow, we can do more to help out. We're going to be doing a lot of things for Caleb House, things for other members. We're going to be doing giveaways and different things like that because I want to be able to say thank you to you guys. So, there you go. Thank you. You always go check out JS Genesis Designs. Make some really, really good stuff. Let's see. Anybody else? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yep. Yay. Everybody. We have a new moderator. So welcome to the Wrench Club. Yes. All right, so we are at our end. So I appreciate you guys so much for stopping out. Uh, and for me, I am going to hop off and get ready for bed because they have changed my hours to work, and I have to be at work a lot earlier now. So I'm getting a lot less sleep. But it is what it is. I will never miss hanging out with you guys. So, yeah, if you can hit that thumbs up, do all the fun YouTube things. Thank you guys again. I hope you guys have a blessed and amazing rest of the night. Keep in mind, we're going to be putting out some new stuff. We're going to be doing a bunch of contests. So make sure you share this out with people that you love so that way we can welcome them into the family as well. And stay tuned because there is definitely more information to come. And say it with me. You ready? Above everything else, remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this together.